We recently stayed at the Standard London, and this place is definitely not for everybody. It's trendy with a retro vibe, adult focused, but it might also be one of the best locations in the city. So is it actually worth it? Let's take a look. Right away, the location is hard to beat. It's right across from St. Pancras and King's Cross stations. If you're coming on the Eurostar, taking a train, planning on using buses or the underground, this is incredibly convenient. For getting around, it's tough to top. And visually, the hotel stands out immediately with its brutalist architecture and iconic red exterior elevator. Walking in, the vibe is very clear. Michael described it as a 1960s UFO-ish sort of vibe. One thing that really stood out to us during our stay was the service. We let the hotel know that we were celebrating our daughter Caitlin's 16th birthday, and they went out of their way to make it special. When we got to our rooms, there was cake, wishing Caitlin a happy birthday, and all the ingredients for a fabulous mocktail since she wasn't old enough to drink. It was a really thoughtful touch, and honestly, it was a great way to start our trip in London.
So we're staying in the standard 2-double room, room 418. Let's go check it out. When you first come in the room, you'll notice on the left side there's a slot for a key card that has to go in that turns on the power in the room. The air conditioner is controlled here at this panel, hot, cold or hot, colder and warmer, and the fan speed. This also controls a light, and you'll see throughout the room as we go, this is the button for the lights, and it actually increases the lighting. The space has 2 wardrobes in it. First one we noticed, 2 umbrellas. It is London. And plenty of hangers. There's also a safe that opens this way, and that is large enough definitely to fit at least a 15.5-inch laptop. Underneath, the drawer has your blow dryer and a steamer and a laundry bag if you want to actually have dry cleaning done. The second one is large with 4 bathrobes and a rack for your shoes. Good sized drawers here, and there are 2 of them. Place to put your luggage, a large enough TV. It does swivel. So at the desk, there's a couple of different outlets. This is the UK outlet, and this is an EU outlet. So you'll need an adapter for that if you come from the US. All the snack shelf. There's an electric kettle, coffee pot, obviously your coffee and cups. And the refrigerator is stocked, but also part of the mini bar.
Right.
You will pay for this.
And at the mini bar, they also have toiletries. So if you forgot anything, you can take them from here. However, there is a cost, so don't take them unless you need them.
And this has a really nice dining area. And if you're sitting here, you also have power outlets right here. Also a UK and a EU version. In this case, there is also a USB-A port. And there are 2 double beds in the room. And the lights control here. Everything's a knob. On this little end table right here is another set of this is a EU outlet and a UK, a USB port, and the phone. Little drawer. So this bathroom here, we happen to get an ADA bathroom. Comes with a body wash, shampoo, and a wash bar. Standard toilet, single sink basin.
Plenty of towels. Okay, can I just draw our attention to the very cool wrapping on the toilet paper? I don't know why I love this, but who gives a crap?
And if needed, there's a separate washroom. wash closet.
The common spaces really lean into that social, adult-focused vibe. You can grab dinner at Isla or Decimo, their Mexican-style restaurant that's accessed through that exterior red pill elevator I talked about. You can grab a drink at the Double Standard Bar, or go from a work meeting to cocktail hour at the library. They also have Sweeties or the rooftop for cocktails with friends. And many of these venues are open until 1 or 2 a.m. and become 18 plus after 8 p.m., which is part of why this may not be the best choice if you have a family, especially with young children. They do have room service. A burger is about 17 pounds, fries about 7.5 pounds, and 3 chocolate chip cookies, which were delicious by the way, are 6.5 pounds. There's no spa and no pool, but there is a gym on site, and it's definitely usable, not huge, but solid if you want to keep up your routine while traveling.
Here we go.
Okay,
Ready?
I'm ready. Born ready.
Okay. We're wrapping up our stay here at the Standard Hotel in London, across from King's Cross Station.
Yeah, and that's actually one of the things we love about this particular hotel. It is directly across the street from both King's Cross and St. Pancras, which means it's super easy to come in on the train or to get around London. Everything was convenient. We didn't have to do a lot of changeovers of trains. And they also have a lot of the buses that come through at King's Cross. So you have lots of options for getting around cheaply and easily. And it doesn't involve Ubers and black cabs, which are great, but also expensive. So, and one of the other things we liked about this is that despite the fact that it's at King's Cross, as long as the windows are closed, it's super quiet. I think it has something to do with the brutalist architectural design, and it's made of concrete. So all the rooms are really well insulated as far as noise is concerned. So we had zero noise when we were out in the hallway or when we were in our room, as long as the window was closed.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the thing about it. Here at King's Cross, it is busy. It's a busy intersection, busy area. So if you have a window open, you're going to hear the noise out there.
The other thing that I think I would point out is that it has a lot of social spaces. So people were hanging out in the lobby area where there's this really pretty fireplace. They have the library, they have multiple restaurants. There are plenty of spaces both for work and for socializing. So as far as cons go, aside from the noise, which we just talked about when the windows are open, there's no pool. So if that's important to you, then you want to keep that in mind. We didn't need it for this particular trip, so it didn't matter. But if you're a pool person, then you need to know that there's no pool available.
The normal room rate here is normally over $500 a night. We chose to use our World of Hyatt points. We used 92,000 points to book 4 nights here. That was a really good value for this room and this location.
Yeah, and the final thing we want to mention is that this hotel is, I think, is great for singles, couples, groups of friends who are exploring London. It is not fantastic for families. So we came with our 16-year-old daughter. We were celebrating her birthday. The staff was amazing and left her a little happy birthday cake and some mocktails. So they were fantastic. But she was probably the youngest person here. And while it didn't impact our stay because of our itinerary, several of the venues and restaurants in the hotel are 18 plus after I think it's 8 o'clock at night. So if you have much older teens, this would be great. My daughter really loved it, but I would definitely say if you've got younger teens or little kids, while they certainly welcome them, it's probably not the best fit for a family.
So we hope you enjoyed our tour of the Standard here in London. For Suitcase Packed Will Travel, this is Mike.
And this is Kathy.
We'll see you in the next one.